Get it out.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, damn, I'm smooth. Welcome, everybody, to Juice Pro Wrestling, episode 61. Still alive and well, yeah! With me today in studio is Sreten the Savage. What's up, Sreten?
What's going on, man?
Oh, man, I'm doing fucking good. You poured me a glass of wine. I got this, this fine wine here that I'm not a wine drinker, per se.
It's Cabernet Sauvignon.
If you please. I'm going to take a little sip right now. We're on video camera right now, so check it out. Look at Get deep in the cup. I'm going to go hard in the paint. Check it. Oh, yeah. I thought I was going to be real nasty. I was going to be all like, yeah. But it's actually pretty damn good. And I'm not a wine guy. But, just to chase it up, I'm going with this Revolution Brewing Anti-Hero. So, yeah, we're going to just go real hard in the paint. Hell, yeah.
Guess who is the one guy?
Oh, shit, Andre.
No introduction needed.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, I gotta go. Introduce the guest, dickhead.
Oh, we have a very special guest joining us once again. He is the Doctor of Love. He is Bruiser Bodi. I botched it. All the way from Wisconsin. How you doing?
Ooh, yeah. I am smoking hot.
You had a pretty damn good weekend, didn't you?
Hell yeah, man. Had a great weekend. Great weekend of wrestling.
Pro wrestling with Major League Wrestling. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes, you are. MLW came to Waukesha Expo Center, and Wisconsin definitely showed up. It was sick.
Fuck yeah. And this was TV tapings, right?
Yeah, it was 4 hours. It was 1 hour, actually, 3 TV tapings and a special live event.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was super cool when they were out here in Cicero, and they'll be back again in July. I think it's July 6th. They'll be back in Cicero, so I'm definitely going to be hitting that up. Why don't you give us a little filler on what you experienced there, who you saw, all that good shit.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. So they had I think the doors open at like 5 or 5:30 for special VIP for people who got front row tickets.
When did the legs open?
But
ooh,
ooh,
yeah,
they were always open. Ooh, they was always open, baby. Ooh, that's hot. So, yes, they had the special VIP like meet and greet and everything like that, and then doors open to the public at 6.
Did you go to the VIP or no?
No, we didn't. It was just for front row ticket holders, which we weren't.
And just out of curiosity, because I am sporting a Warrior Wrestling T-shirt, and shout out to Steve and everybody there. What was the pricing like for their VIP?
I believe the VIP package and everything was like front row. You get like special laminates, and then the meet and greets and everything was like $100, I believe.
Oh man, it's still
not so bad.
Not so bad.
Yeah,
still better
no,
deal
not
at
so
Warrior.
bad. But
no knock to MLW. You gotta make your money.
No knock on MLW or anything with Warrior, but like the pricing with Warrior is a lot better for the meet and greet. $25 for all that. That's cool. I like that a lot. But what was cool is that some of the wrestlers were still out there when we came in. Like our foundation was right there, like right when we came in.
Nice. Our boy Brian Pillman Jr. What up, Brian?
Yep. Yeah, that was one of my highlights. Was like I'm walking down and I'm standing in line, just looking around and catch it, and I catch Pillman's eye, and he does a double take, looks up at me, points me out. He's like, "What's up, bro?" And I'm like, "Dude, what's going on?"
That's right.
So that was kind of cool that he recognized me and stuff. I got to shake his hand and talk to Teddy Hart for a little bit. Davey Boy was kind of swamped, but
yeah.
Teddy Hart's a cool ass dude, man.
Yeah,
really
I met him at the Cicero tapings. He was fucking really cool, real down to earth. I'd like to have one of those backstage smoke sessions with him, if you know what I'm talking about.
For sure. Well, it's funny, dude's drinking a beer. He's like 2 beers in. I'm sitting there.
Teddy was?
Yeah. Teddy was just sitting there sipping on some brews, and I'm like, that's funny. Like, he's doing meet and greets. He's got a show coming up, but he's like, screw it. I'm drinking some beer.
Yeah. He didn't have his Persians with him, did he? His cats?
He had the cat with him.
Did he?
His cat was, he was laying on the table, all chill.
Oh, what the?
Yeah,
I wonder if he
people are
gets
able to
these
pet it.
cats like blown as fuck. You know, that's why
I
they're
don't
just
know,
so
dude. Like,
cool.
I'm thinking that too. I'm like, man, this cat's way too chill.
That's a cool cat.
Right?
How you doing, cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's some sophisticated pussy.
Cool ass cat.
How much for a picture of your
Sophisticated
cat
pussy.
and-
Sophisticated
Ooh, yeah.
woman. Doctor of love.
Wants the pets. You'll get it. Yeah, totally. But that
Awesome.
was cool. Fatu was there too. Like,
The Samoan werewolf,
I can't
right?
remember. Yeah, Samoan werewolf. He was right there. Selena De La Renta was out there too.
Nice.
She was right there. Ace Austin, he was out there. And then down the way by like the MLW shirts and some of the merch area, Jim Cornette was right there. I got to take a picture of him and shake his hand
Really?
real quick, but there was a long line. Yeah,
Did you
there was
ask
a
him
long
about
line
Sunny
from-
Kiss?
No, I wish I should have, but
Yeah, you would have started the fire there.
Yeah, he did start the fire there, and that's kind of funny because I don't know if he was. It was just weird because I don't know if he was like trying to be like degrading or anything. It almost sounded like he was saying not a lot of people are aware of him, you know, and
Yeah, and I haven't
like,
heard that.
the story and there was a backstory, you know.
Yeah, I haven't heard or actually listened to what this came out on his podcast or something like that.
Yeah, it was on his podcast. I haven't heard it either. I just read.
Yeah,
reports and
I've
stuff,
heard
so I
from
haven't
other
really heard
people. My boy Jeremy Tellema, shout out to him, was telling me basically Cornette said Sonny Kiss was a transvestite.
it. Yeah,
No.
No. Which in this day and age is a no. I'm not saying he is or isn't. Yeah, I don't want to walk down
Right.
that fucking road, but
no, not at all.
it's come on, Jim, just go have a good time. He seems much like he did with the
Right.
Young Bucks in challenging them and saying that they really weren't shit, you know. And
Right.
look what happened. So
Exactly. Yeah, Jim sometimes sticks his foot in his mouth. So,
yeah,
but that's Cornette, man. That's his.
it's got that
what he
old
taught them
Southern
to do.
mentality, man. The South will
Yep.
rise again.
He also might be a secret
Exactly.
plant. He might be in on the whole thing.
Yeah, maybe we're all being
so.
worked here.
He might be.
Uh-huh.
You never know. Like, it's getting to that point where you don't know what's a work and what's a shoot anymore.
That's good. That's that's what,
It
in my
is.
opinion, what makes wrestling exciting. That's harking back to the
I-
Monday Night War days, you know.
Totally agree. But yeah, I mean, he was there and he had a long line, but I was able to sneak in quick and just get a quick handshake and say what's up, and that was cool. And he was all happy. Like, he didn't, you know, I was like, I don't know how he's gonna be or anything like that, but no, he was greeting people. He loved it.
He was probably
having a great
fucking
time.
happy he got to meet Bruiser Bodi. What the fuck?
Oh, of course, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna get him in a chin lock, dude.
Yeah.
Wrap him in the sharpshooter. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Doctor of Love.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna eye him up. Get him in the love gun, baby.
The love gun. I love it.
The love gun. It's like the stun gun, but love.
Yeah.
And then I kind of check your oil afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I check your oil while you're on the ground.
Oh
Uh-oh.
man, a little lube job. You know?
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, that was really cool, man. And then they had like a couple prelim matches too.
right.
So,
So how long
right
were you
before they
there
went
for?
to-
Because when we were at the tapings, excuse me, Weinbert, it
Mhm.
seemed to last fucking forever, man. I don't think we got. I think when we went, the show started at like 7 or 8. Oh yeah, grab
Yep.
that wine, Sret. And I don't think we got out of the fucking building till like 11:30, if not later.
Yep.
Same
yeah,
deal.
that's what it was. It was the 7 to 11 deal.
Nice. They give you any slushies?
I wish.
Dad jokes.
They did
let-
have some sweet concessions though.
Did they? What they have for beer?
All they had was they had some mixed drinks and stuff, but they had
I
all
mean,
they had on tap was High Life and Light.
oh, ooh, really? See, in Chicago, at least you have some Modelo
You could either have
I
diarrhea
know.
later or diarrhea later.
or dick.
Diarrhea. Exactly.
I'll have a glass of diarrhea later.
Yeah. Cha-cha-cha.
Sure. Just
How's
give me the heart fantastic.
How's that pizza situation? We live and die by the pizza situation.
Yeah. Especially in the pro wrestling world.
I don't think they had pizza.
What?
They had nachos, they had burgers, they had hot dogs, but I didn't see any pizza. I know. I was like, no pizza.
Forgive me, but I was almost dying. How do you not have pizza at a fucking pro wrestling show? Now, this is a shoot. Listen to you. I can't go with it. I don't want to do it. I was going to shoot hard on him for not having
Shoot
pizza.
hard on the no pizza
That's fine.
situation.
But I love MLW, so I'm not going to do it.
Right. Yeah, I
Let's
don't know
get
if
to
it's
some of the
very
matches
fun.
you've seen, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, they had some prelims before they went to the Fusion taping.
Mhm.
Um,
And this was
They
all on.
had-
Was this the live on BN Sports Live?
yeah, the actual special, the Fury Road, which was 1 hour, which was, I thought it was going to be 2 hours, but it was a 1 hour like live Fury Road special. At least I think it was. But that's what it seemed like when we were there. It was just 1 hour, and then they went to more taping. So I don't know if they added stuff into the production,
Yeah.
like live, because there was a lot of. That would be my only complaint about it, and that was a lot of things I heard from everyone else was like there was a lot of downtime.
Yeah, but there is with it. It's a TV taping.
Yeah.
That was my gripe too in
Exactly.
Cicero, especially with the cage match. And here's
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing, the only critique I would have for them, if you're gonna do something like that, have something kind of set up. Maybe have some of the boys out, to do maybe another meet and greet or them selling their merch
Yeah,
out
or
there.
a promo.
Yeah, something because fuck. We were in Cicero. It was like 40 minutes, and there
Oh.
wasn't shit going on. And then you go
Yeah.
to buy merch, and there wasn't really too much merch either. There was like nobody out. Lucha Bros were there, and they didn't even have merch set up.
Can I
Oh,
make a
man.
suggestion? What could be something that you could fill the time with?
Yeah, go ahead.
2 birds, 1 stone. Greasy pizza cannon.
Yeah, or 2 girls, 1
good.
cup.
There you
Who
go.
would not enjoy that?
You know?
Ooh, right.
Ooh, yeah.
One ring.
Let me hear from-
Ooh,
yeah. The doctor is in, motherfuckers.
The doctor has arrived. Yeah. So that was like my only like complaint about it was like just too much downtime, and then you got the ring announcer in there who's just kind of looking just mad.
He
suave,
does-
man. He's like putting out the vibe.
Yeah, he does look pissed. I noticed the same shit. I'm glad you brought that up.
Always, dude.
Like, hey, motherfucker, I'll jump these
Right.
ropes real fucking quick, real fucking swift.
What
But
do
he
you
did a
mean?
good job of getting the crowd hype, though.
Yeah, he does.
What do you mean he like you both say it? What do you mean
He's
he
just
looked
like
he
he's
wasn't-
buttoning up his suit, and he's kind of got like this fucking his eyes all crinkled, like he's pissed. Like I don't know if it's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
like come on.
Like the scowl on his face too.
Yeah.
But he's like totally like ready to just do business though.
Yeah, that's what I think it was because like where we were at in Cicero was a very Latino oriented crowd.
Yeah.
So and when we were there, of course, everybody's there for Lucha Bros and La Parca. They're all pumped to see these guys, and then fucking.
Mhm.
When you're taking all that time, I mean, they were very vocal. They were like, "We want wrestling." Like, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
but-
go. Get that clap. Just watch out. A certain type of clap will do you wrong. Ugh. But I think that's kind of what it was. I think he's looking forward to maybe the crowd getting vocal, and it's kind of. At least in my opinion, I know I would be that way. Like,
Mhm.
oh fuck, I'm out there. Kind of like what they did with Mick Foley when he had to introduce that fucking Booger
Oh,
Green
God.
belt.
Who in this crowd likes boogers?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a surprise for you, dummies.
It sucks because that's not Foley's fault. He took it on upon himself, but that title was just set up for failure.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and not to get you off subject on that because I want to get back to this MLW shit.
Oh, of course. Oh yeah, definitely.
So getting back to some of the matches, and I did utilize one of the videos you sent on the
I saw that.
on the
That's
Instagram, Juice Pro Wrestling Instagram, which you can follow at Juice Pro Wrestling. It was Mance Warner versus Sammy Callahan. Fucking awesome match.
Yeah.
I think you guys,
Dude.
we had a great match, a great card for out in Cicero, but man, I think you guys you probably had it a little bit better, and you got to see a new title.
Yeah, we got the Sammy Callahan Mance Warner match was a Falls Count Anywhere. It was the last match of the night, and it was a main event for a Fusion taping. And dude, it was It was so awesome because right off the bat they just start brawling, and then they go into the crowd, and then they go everywhere in the crowd.
Fuck yeah! I'm waiting for the day where Sammy just pulls one of the members of the crowd, just starts beating him for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shoot.
Oh yeah, dude, it was great, you know. And then, you know, they go back into the ring, they go up on the stage, and come back down to the ring, and then, you know, Manswarner gets some color and stuff like that. It was just brutal. Like some of the shots they were doing, oh my god, it felt so good to see color live like that. You know, like you don't see that many times anymore. You know, especially on.
You know, we like to get wet. You know.
Oh, gotta wet them up. Get a little moist.
Yeah, you gotta go in living color. Yeah, I love that color, man. It's good when it's the doctor of color here now. Doctor of color.
Doctor of color.
Yeah, there it is. I love that shit. Yeah, so that looked like a fucking killer match, and this is everybody could check this shit out because this will be on the next upcoming airing set, however you want to pronounce it, or you can say it. Airings of MLW Fusion, which they're airing on YouTube and Bein Sport. I don't have cable.
Yeah, Bein Sports.
So I don't know if that is an actual cable channel. I would assume, or
yeah, it is. I know if you can download the app and stream it on like Spectrum and like other Cox cable.
Wait. Whoa. Cox Cable.
Yeah, that's a southern thing.
Yeah, that's Joey Ryan's favorite cable provider, I bet.
Oh, yeah, it is. So yeah, they had you stream it on there, and then Fusion's on Fight and all that.
Oh yeah. Fight's got I got the Fight app. They got plenty of good shit on there. A lot of free shit too. A lot of shit. I think most people maybe they do or don't realize, but I kind of think they don't. Like Fight is an awesome app to have just to check out free shit. I mean, of course you can buy pay-per-views. Yeah, Fusion's on there.
Right.
I think House of Hardcore.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
House of Hardcore.
Yeah. A lot
I think
of good
Chikara's on there too, but I don't get into Chikara too much.
Really?
Too much cosplay. Yeah, that's just me though. I mean, there's like I've seen some matches, and some matches I've been like, man, that was a hell of a match. But some of it is just to me a little overboard. But that's just me. I mean,
what was the?
That's like a.
You're one of my metal brothers. What's up? Who was that? Fucking one of the guys from Chikara. He was like the ant dude, I think. He put out an album with fucking Relapse. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I know.
Ultramantis Black.
I don't remember.
Ultramantis Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say he was an ant dude. He's the praying mantis, but yeah, I got the record. I thought it was all right. It came out a few years ago. Probably like almost 5 years ago, I think now. But
yeah, I never picked that up.
It was still cool that it happened. I was like, wow, that's fucking Relapse and shit.
Exactly. I remember hearing about that and I never got around to checking it out.
Yeah. So maybe you should fucking do it.
I should. What am I waiting for?
Yeah, right. What are you? I'm waiting to hear some more matchups. You guys have fucking Austin Aries coming to MLW too, right?
Dude, holy shit, did that place blow up? When Austin Aries, and like he was advertised, and then he was facing, what the hell is his name? Robbie, no. His last name was Brooks, but he's from Australia. I never heard of the dude, actually. Adam Brooks, I think it was.
Okay.
So he comes out, and then all of a sudden, like, Austin Aries, like, his tattoo that he has comes up on the screen, and his music starts coming. And
was it that Japanese one?
Like, yeah, that Japanese logo tattoo.
Is it Japanese for vegan?
Yep, it is. It totally is.
Is it really?
No, I don't know.
Gotcha, stupid! Damn, man, he's shooting on me.
I gotcha. So, yeah, he's like, some of the crowds like popping, and some of the crowds like, who is this? Once he comes out, dude, the place blew up, and there was like probably like for 2 minutes straight an Austin Aries chant, and it was great. He's back home.
Well deserved. Yeah, he's a Milwaukee guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and like we saw him at Hello Pro Wrestling. He came in and cut a nasty promo on Milwaukee and stuff. He's doing the heel thing, but he came out and he was a total face.
Right.
Shaking hands, high-fiving the crowd like it was perfect. And he went in there, got the win. The crowd popped for it. And, like,
who'd he fight?
Because they're ringing out that Adam Brooks from Australia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who impressed me. He's great in the ring. I never heard of this dude, but the guy can move. And, like, he earned my respect. And, like, I was like, I got to look this guy up.
Well, you're saying he can move. He obviously moved you.
Oh yeah, move my heart, baby.
With a
Move my
twinkle in his eye.
Yeah. But it was great because Aries, he wins, he stays in the ring, and then the ring announcer comes in to interview him, and we're all chanting Austin Aries, giving him the claps. Ooh, giving him the clap. Baby. Ooh,
I know. How dare you?
So yeah, we're chanting Austin Aries, and it's funny because she asks, "So Austin, what's it like to be back in your hometown?" Austin Aries grabs the mic, and goes, "Hold on, let these people chant. They're not done yet." And then we just popped. It was great.
Nice. I
And
like
then,
that shit.
She leaves the ring. He's like, "Get out of here!" Like, hold on.
Yeah, bitch.
And he cuts a great promo about being back home and stuff like that, and being in MLW. And
now, do you think this was a one-off, or is he going to be MLW going forward for a little bit?
He's MLW. Like, he's doing stuff
Nice.
his own way, but he said he's signed to MLW, and one of the reasons he's signed to MLW is because they keep it real.
That's cool. Because he was very
Yeah.
much didn't want to sign contracts anywhere. Like, I think the whole time he worked with Impact when they rebranded and he came back as champ, I don't think he was working under a contract per se, long term. I think it was like a day-to-day thing.
Right. Yeah, kind of like how Jordan Grace was until she signed it.
Yeah, exactly.
The deal was he had. But yeah, he was talking about that. He's like, she's like, my last employer and stuff like that. He's like, it's not wrestling. He's like, MLW, this is wrestling. He was
talking smack about Impact? Or is he talking
Impact.
WWE?
I think it was more WWE.
Right.
Because he's like, this isn't sports entertainment. He's like, there's no entertainment in this. He's like, this is fucking pro wrestling. And he's like,
fucking right.
He's like, this isn't just a bunch of people with costumes that have the look and have this but can't wrestle a day in their lives. And he goes, and MLW is the only place that actually has real weight classes. And he's like, I'm heavyweight champ in different places. He's like, look at me. I've never been a heavyweight in a day in my life.
That's true. He's a small guy, but Austin's fucking jacked, whatever. But I still think I'm probably weighing more than I'm at almost 230 now, so whatever.
Get him. You can challenge for the middleweight.
That's right. Let's fucking kick him in the face. Call it a day.
That was awesome for him to do that. Come out and just put over Milwaukee for Waukesha, and he put over MLW here, which rightfully so, because the show was amazing. And we got to see the Von Erichs.
Yeah.
Took on the Contra unit in a Texas Tornado match.
Nice.
And Contra, dude, it was the best because Contra unit comes out there, and I think it was the first hour of Fusion tape. And Simon Botch was out there.
Simon Botch.
So they all come out. So like I was yelling at. I knew you heard me, but it was funny. There's this dude in the crowd, and Simon got like right in the dude, and they were like nose to nose, like this dude in the crowd, and he wasn't a plant, he was a fan. And like Simon's like face to face, and they're just like going at it, and I was like, dude, is like Simon gonna like punch him? And we're all like, lick his nose, kiss him.
Yeah, lick his nose. The Doctor of Love trying to establish a relationship between.
Like, ooh, yeah,
oh yeah.
But I loved it because it was like that kind of interaction. Even Fatu's a big boy, man.
Yeah, he is.
I wouldn't want to piss him off, but he was like people off in the crowd, and he got up in this dude's face and like pretty much told him to fuck off. It was
nice.
Great. But yeah, I mean, they're like I miss that, like that kind of heel shit where you're getting in the crowd's face, you're getting them to hate them and interacting,
Yeah. Like when Hollywood Hogan would get in grandma's faces.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, this Contra unit's going to come out and beat people up, like even the crowd. Like I legitimately like had that worry, like, oh shit. But that's good. That's what you want.
Yeah. And shout out to Joseph Samuel, who will be a guest on this show soon.
What? Really?
Yeah, the Sheik.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, yes.
You heard it here.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think you mentioned that to me.
Yeah, we've been in contact. He's we're gonna hopefully we're trying to do it ASAP, but scheduling and all that. So, but it is definitely going to happen. He is a guy that I really am super stoked to interview because I think we're like I said, us both being metal dudes, we are on the same path as far as that shit goes, like the horror, the metal. I just saw him on Facebook today. He's posting like his pack of hot sauce that he got. I'm a fucking huge hot sauce guy.
Hell yeah.
Like I think this guy might be my brother from another mother.
Could be. I think so. dude. But
You never know. My mom was
awesome.
a whore, you know.
Oh man, baby. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh,
yeah.
hey, I just had to say that because people are going to be watching or hearing this, and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, he said that!"
What did he just say?
Hey, you just got fucking worked. Work that body. Or what if I change it to work that body?
Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking.
That's all right. I just generated.
Yeah,
heat
that
within
match
myself.
though was off the hook. Tom Lawler and the Von Erichs came.
Oh yeah, that was that triple threat, right? Or the six man.
The Texas Tornado tag.
Yeah.
So is Tornado
Yeah,
Tag
but
is 3-man tag team?
No, Tornado. What Tornado Tag is because it was a 6-man tag, but Tornado Tag
Yep.
rules are everybody is in the ring at once. That you don't.
Yeah,
There's
just
really no
brawling.
tag.
Oh shit!
No, the Von Erich boys are good though, man. And dude, it popped
How were
within
they?
like the first 5 minutes of the brawl. They're awesome, man. I brought my father-in-law came with me, and he even said
That dude rules. Hey, throw a shout out to him
Yeah,
real quick.
does.
JJ Dillon.
Yeah, my my father-in-law JJ Dillon, he's awesome, man. He old cat, grew up on Mid-South and in Indiana, went to all the old school Southern shows. But he was over and he's like, it looks like I'm watching the Erics from the early '80s. That's what he said.
Nice. I
And
love that. I
for him
love
to
when
say that
old
and grow
dudes
up and
give
watch-
that fucking
Yeah.
feedback, and it's especially guys that are old school that know what they're talking about. Like that. And that dude was.
Exactly.
Remember, dude, he was fucking ballsing up to Brian Pillman Jr. at Warrior. He's like,
Yeah.
he was like, you're not your dad, but you're getting there.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, for him to say something like that, I was like, okay, they're making an impression. They're doing their job.
And those are, dude,
look
I
good.
never really realized because the last matches I caught them in was when they did a brief stint in Impact a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Those are some big ass boys, dude. Were they?
Yeah,
did they
they
in
are.
person? You were there. I mean, how did they look to you? Because a lot of things like wrestlers on TV, especially in the States. And this is what I've come to
Yeah.
notice. A lot of these guys, even if they're jacked to the fucking gill, like Brian Cage, but I'm
Yeah,
bigger than
like-
Brian Cage, at least in height.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. These boys were tall.
They were tall. They were tall, and they look, dude. They're fucking. I keep wanting to say juice,
They're
but I don't want to get the people to get the wrong impression on that.
Right.
You know?
No, they're chiseled, man. They're tall, chiseled, lean. They're not as stocky and big as the Von Erichs were back in the day.
Right.
But they have the tone and they have the athleticism.
And they definitely give you that aura or that feel of like the
Yeah.
old school Von Erich dynasty. So that's super cool because
Yes,
that's
exactly.
that's one of my favorite wrestling families. It's such a tragic story with them guys. If
It is.
anybody that's tuned in to like Dark Side of the Ring or WWE put on the Rise and Fall of World Class Championship Wrestling, which is also a good DVD. It tells the whole story about that. I'm not going to go into detail, but Kevin and Kerry and David Von Erich and a couple other brothers that was the shit back in the day. And their feuds with the Freebirds, man, that's like some good old
my God.
wrestling shit, man. Yeah, it gets me
Wrestling, yep.
fucking pumped. But it's good
Oh,
to
it does.
see that these guys, are around. And these are what? These are Kevin's boys, right? Kevin Von Erich?
Yeah, they're Kevin's boys.
Yeah,
Marshall
yeah.
and Ross.
Yeah, Marshall and Ross, right. And so
Yeah.
in-ring action, though, they're pretty damn stellar in the ring?
What's that?
In-ring action, what'd you think of their in-ring performance?
Oh, for the Von Erichs, they were, like I said, it looked. I was watching the throwback to the heyday of the Von Erichs. Dude, they got the double drop kick down. Like when they
Nice,
pull up the
yeah,
double
yeah.
drop kick, they did that. And in the first 5 minutes, too, they threw on the claw to the
Yeah.
to the Simon Grim. No, dude, they did it perfectly, and the crowd was popping, and Lawler's out on the outside just beating the piss out of Fatu, and then
See, I
they're throwing
fucking
each
love
other
that
into the
shit, dude.
barriers. Oh my god!
I love that nostalgia, dude. That shit makes you want to like punch the guy fucking next to you just because you're happy.
Exactly.
Not because you're mad or it's like
no,
fuck you.
everyone was on their feet popping because of they put on the claw, and like they're in the middle of the ring like doing it, and like I was like just going ape shit.
Yeah.
And then the dude next to me, I looked up the dude next to me. I was like, man, I got chills. He's like, dude, look, and he literally had goosebumps right next to me. So that was like the impact that the Von Erichs made. Like people were definitely had goosebumps.
Hey, and doesn't is it Marshall or Ross? One of them wrestles barefoot, right? Like their dad.
I believe I get them mixed up, but I believe
that's fine.
Marshall,
I ain't gonna hold you to it. You know, what do I expect you to be? A supreme wrestling nerd?
Right? Come on. What is this? Is it amateur hour? Come on, you prick. But yeah, I mean, that match was just one huge brawl, and then after the match was over, it led to another brawl, and like Fatu and the Compians going apeshit, like knocked out the timekeeper, and they knocked out a bunch of refs, and they like destroyed the table, the timekeeping table. They put one of the refs through it. Like Fatu had one of the refs like yanked his referee shirt off, drove him through a table. And I like the Conch unit. I mean, I know a little bit about them. I haven't seen much of it. What I've seen is like they give me that NWO old school Bullet Club vibe, where they just
Contra unit's the shit, dude. Like when they were at the Cicero tapings, man, they were getting straight fucking heat where people were throwing trash. My son was trying to throw trash in the ring. He ended up hitting fans in the front row instead. But ooh yeah,
dude, they had who's not
gotta throw heavier trash.
Just right. Dude, they had new. The crowd has just hated them, but doing their job.
Yeah.
So,
but
they look good in the ring. Like Concha unit they do what they do very well, and I think the addition of Simon Grimm to that team like adds that aura, because Simon Grimm, outside of Vaudevillians, like I didn't know much about him. All I knew him as like the Vaudevillains.
Yeah.
Now that I see him outside of that and how hard he goes and how much heat he can get, I'm like, man, why didn't WWE like do this? Like he draws heat and he hates people. You legitimately think this guy doesn't like anyone, because that's the vibe he gives off. And like the ring, he's brutal. He's like strong style, like. So, I like watching him wrestle because of that.
Yeah, he's definitely good. I mean, I liked the Vaudevillains thing for a hot second, but at the end of the day, it's just like it's like Cirque du Soleil or some shit. You know, it's too much, and that's the thing why I think people are gravitating towards like MLW and even maybe Impact Wrestling nowadays and AEW, because it's more of the sport presentation as opposed to this big fucking circus freak show, which, hey, we all need that.
All right, hold on.
Oh, shit. Andre, when you start drinking wine on the Juice Pro Wrestling
What is this bullshit? You don't like Cirque du Soleil or circus freak show?
Andre.
You're talking to the wonder of the world, asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me, please, sir. I'm not worthy.
I need apology. I need 3 cases of beer. I need 12 to 16. Oh, no. Baker's dozen of bitches.
I mean, I might be able to get you the beer and the bitches, but, please, just don't put your hands on me.
I will not stand for the poo-poo talk of Cirque du Soleil. Okay, this beat is done. Gotta go.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Oh, man. Ooh, he was hot, man.
You don't fuck with Andre the Giant, man.
No, you drew some heat from him, man.
Yeah. Hey, Bodi, I can't wait for you to see it, too, because like I said, if you go to jpdub.com, which is a direct link to our YouTube page, this episode will be video broadcast.
We apologize ahead of time.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about your damn look.
Whatever you thought we looked like, now you can see what we look like. And
yeah, fucking handsome.
We are very sorry.
Yeah, we're pretty stellar guys. Yeah, I just wish Bodi was here so he could be even more handsome with us.
I know, right?
Soon.
The Doctor of Love,
Soon.
Yes. Woo, yeah.
Woo, yeah. Hey, so what else we have going on at MLW?
Let's see. They had Loki. Loki was there, and it was great because Loki.
Is he on the outs with the Serena De Laurenta?
Yeah, he's not with her anymore.
Really? Okay.
The Saccato is with him. I forgot his name. What's his name? But he's with her.
Really?
But Loki came out. Yeah, Loki came out, and he was facing some jobber. Like this jobber, he didn't even get any entrance music or anything. He just came down to the ring, and then Loki's music hit.
Barry Horowitz.
He comes down. Yeah, exactly. And we're all like in the crowd, like, all right, how much time are we gonna give this guy? 1 minute, 2 minutes. Someone said 30 seconds. The guy got like 5 seconds. The bell rings. Loki charges from the corner, gives him that forearm that he knocks people out with.
Yeah.
And the guy just crumbles in a heap, and this dude sold it perfectly.
Nice.
And Loki's doing his little he's to the ground where he's like moving his head, moving his body, swaying that thing.
Yeah.
His little dance, and then the referee pushes him aside. He goes, checks on the jobber, and he calls the match. Like the dude's out cold.
I like that. I like the finish like that.
Yeah, it was great. He knocked him out.
Yeah. To me, that's so much better than just like, I mean, it is a squash match, but then your typical like squash match where they're putting like a Braun Strowman or a giant guy in, you just toss some little fucking dude around with no chin. If you get what I'm getting at.
Educate me. I have a question, and I want to interrupt the show. Educate me, the two of you. I want to talk about finishing moves for like 2 minutes. Who still does a finishing move that when they do it, the end result is a pin immediately after? So when the finishing move gets done, holy shit, I'm going to go crazy, and the match is done. Like I remember growing up, that was half of the thing, that you save that thing until the end, like the diamond cutter. When that thing was, or there's a bunch of them. When you did it, you went crazy, and then you barely heard the pin. Like you barely heard that part because you were so nuts about the finishing move that came out of nowhere. Is there anybody right now that's doing that? It seems that time seems to have passed, and I miss it.
I want to field this one first real quick.
Go for it.
I think it's so weird nowadays, because nowadays they're looking for more of like, if guys can kick out of that finisher and you keep going, you keep doing more insane shit in the match and give it longevity, which just makes it a better match. Like what I watched on NXT is the perfect example this past weekend. TakeOver, Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole both hit each other with their finishers like I don't even know how many times. And it's like, man, I'm like, okay, this shit's done. And it wasn't. But it wasn't like, there's certain ways you can execute that where, okay, guys are kicking out, and it's like, what the fuck, and then there's a way to do it where it's super believable. And I think those guys executed it perfect because they were both going super hard. They both hit their finishers on each other, and it was so fucking intense that it was like, man, this is a straight up competition. God. Like it's nowadays that lines to me, it's kind of blurred as far as finishers, because if you get two motherfuckers in there that are like straight up workhorses or fan favorites or whatever, they're gonna put on one hell of a match. They're gonna hit you with these finishers, but they aren't the be all end all anymore.
Do you miss the finisher?
Yes and no, because they are still there, but I think it's nowadays the finisher is circumstantial. Compared to the story they're telling and the match they're delivering. So I don't know, Bodi. What do you want to add to that?
No, I think you nailed it right there. Like I remember back in the day, like when Mr. Perfect Plex, it was over.
It was over.
Jake hit the DDT.
Hogan hit the leg drop. The one thing that does piss me off with Jake in the DDT, because that move, and that was originated by Jake the Snake Roberts, is so fucking devastating. And now, granted, it's been fucking. It's much like the Canadian Destroyer nowadays, where you see it a million fucking times. Fuck Adam Cole.
Right.
That's one of his finishers. It's that move should be the be all end all. The way it's delivered, and when you drive a guy's fucking skull in the mat like that, that should be it. But it's not nowadays. Nowadays, it's like fuck. Guy, you deliver a DDT to a guy and maybe he sells it, or maybe not, and he gets up and they go on with the rest of the fucking match. To me, the only way that should happen is if it's a guy like Hawk from like LOD in his prime. You give him a fucking DDT, and we're talking about Hawk from the fucking Road Warriors, and he just gets up and like he sells it, but it's super believable because it's the fucking Road Warriors, like Hawk is such a beast, dude, and like those guys were so street, you know, like it's I think that move has been bastardized to where, unfortunately, it's just, you know, it's just another move, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the way I see it, you know. But those days of delivering a finisher and expecting it to be done, I mean, they're still there. But, you know, like I said, circumstantial and depending on the matchup and the story.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got slingshot tornado DDTs people are kicking out of, and I'm like, that looks like a devastating move. How do you kick out of that?
Dude, and I'll tell you what, one of the best sellers of the fucking DDT still, and the guy's like 50 years old, is Rob Van Dam. Whatever.
God, yeah.
Dude, he just, when they hit it and he goes like stiff, like in the midst of his head hitting, the spike, and then just, man, watch any Rob Van Dam match with anybody where he takes a fucking DDT. He's done it a couple times recently on his matches on Impact. Fucking great. Sells it fucking great. And he's high as fuck. RVD 420. Yeah. Still waiting for him in that rascal circle, you know?
Right.
Hey, did you watch Impact this past week, Bodi?
I watched some of it. I didn't get to see the last probably 25 minutes of it.
No,
like 20 minutes.
It was super cool, though. I mean, because they're emanating from the 2300 arena, a.k.a. the ECW arena. So there was a lot of really cool nostalgic shit going on there. But a backstage segment they had with LAX and the Rascals. Did you catch that?
I did, yes.
Yeah, where LAX and Conan are sitting there and they're like drinking, and then all of a sudden the smoke starts coming in, and they think it's Scarlet Bordeaux. And I love this. This is great fucking writing. So kudos to Impact and Don Callis and everybody involved in this. So you think it's, you know, some hot fucking she-devil's going to show up, and instead it's just like, it's the Rascals. And they're like, oh, they're trying to get title shots and shit. Like, we've been trading, man.
Good to see that, dude. I was rolling on that. That was great.
Hell yeah. But getting back to MLW, so, you know, we talked about the Von Erichs, we talked about Austin Aries, Contra Unit. Any other big surprises there? No Lucha Bros this set, right?
Oh, no Lucha Bros. No Lucha Bros. Low Key was there. He had a match later. It was Ricky Martinez. That's who. Selena De La Renta with.
Yeah.
He Low Key. That was a great match. And Low Key, out of nowhere, beat him with forearm and KO'd him like another KO. Legitimately selling this forearm as a devastating KO maneuver, which I thought was great.
It's better than the phenomenal forearm. I don't believe that shit for one second. Sorry, kids.
Loki like charges at you and hits you hard as piss with this stiff ass elbow and hits you out. Like,
and Loki is stiff in the ring.
Martinez, and he is super style. Like, I love that mentality. As far as like some others, Ace Austin was there. Like I said,
delivering the goods, right?
Match. Yep, delivering the goods. Oh, there was that was the name, Flamita and Ray Horace.
Ray Horace. Yeah.
They put on a hell of a match. They had a string of counters, like in the beginning, and you know, like flying all over the ring for the first like 2 minutes of the match, and like they countered both up into a nip up, and then started each other, and the crowd popped, and we started chanting Lucha Ray for about a minute straight. It was great.
Fuck yeah! Did they throw any money in the ring?
No, that was during the Mance Warner, Sammy Callahan, where Sammy Callahan brought the staple gun and went into the crowd. People were trying to give him dollar bills. He took like $3 bills from people and went in and stapled
$3 bill, y'all.
Mance Warner, $1 bill, y'all. Oh, dude,
bring it on!
Brutal in that match, dude. Sammy stapled Mance Warner's tongue to part of a 2x4. Dude,
the things they do for believability of professional wrestling.
Right.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome, and it just brings me to one of the best matches of the night, too, was Teddy Havoc for the middleweight.
Oh, yeah. Teddy Hart retains.
And that was an all.
How old is Teddy Hart?
It was juicing. I don't know.
Teddy Hart, I believe he's got it. Yeah, he's got to be late 30s. I think I'm 36. I think Teddy Hart's got to be, he's around my age, if not a little bit older. So he's getting up there.
Yeah.
But he can still go. And, dude, here's the thing. In my opinion, back in the day when the independents weren't like they are now. Like, nowadays, the independents are a plethora of talent. Professional wrestling has never had the independent league has always been their farm league, right? Even though if, like, WWE doesn't associate with Impact or whoever you consider to be independent, you know. But is what it is, okay? So back in the day, you had guys that were up and coming, but it wasn't, dude, the independents were never this fucking strong. Like, you can go to an independent show and it may not have the production value of WWE and shit, but who cares about that? Because that's not what we came to see. I don't give a fuck if I don't go there to see the fucking Titantron and the fucking Pyro.
Nope.
That's cool additives. But if you ain't putting on a great in-ring product, which is the story, the action, the conclusion, all that shit. Yeah, the spandex, you know, the stretched mouths. Then what the fuck do you have? And there has never been a time, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you go back to the Monday Night Wars, the independents were never this strong. Like, I firmly believe, and this has just kind of hit me right now, but I think back in the day, if you say WCW, WWE, if the independents were as strong as they are now with talent, that fucking, who knows what could have happened. Another promotion like AEW could have risen up and could have said, hey, fuck WCW, fuck WWE, or WWF, fuck ECW. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how big the independent scene is now.
I know. Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Lucky us.
Yeah, for sure. Because
lucky the fan lucky right now.
I guarantee you, and this for anybody out there listening, mark my fucking words. You go out there and you see any of these independent performers do their shit, whether it's independent, you know, like Black Label Pro or Warrior Wrestling or MLW or whatever, anything outside of fucking the WWE, and you invest in the guy and you see a guy, even if it's the first time, and it's like, holy shit, that guy just moved me, because there's a lot of those guys out there now. They will be on a platform sooner rather than later in a WWE or an AEW, you know, which is getting ready to be established as a top-tier brand. It was never like that. Dude, that's the crazy thing about wrestling right now, is there's so much fucking talent. It's fucking blows my mind.
Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Yeah, PWG.
You got Evolve, you got Process. Keep going on and on about it.
There's so much shit. It's great. It's the return of territories. There are great promotions within whatever territory you're in. And I don't even man. Athletically, nowadays compared to the territories back in the day, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
The shit they got going on nowadays is fucking but not to knock what was going on back in the day, but everybody learned from that. And everybody got and this is my opinion, mind you, everybody got fed up with the bullshit and is like, hey, this is how we're going to present fucking wrestling. This is how hard we're going to go in the ring, you know, real big, real hard, real stiff.
Real stiff.
Yeah, there has never been a fucking better time, in my opinion, to be a fucking wrestling fan, you know, and to have access to it. Back in those territorial days, you either had to be in that territory or you had to hear about it and be able to afford to travel to wherever that territory was to go see those shows. Where now, I mean, with streaming services, social media, all that shit, it's all at your fingertips, man. And as long as you invest in that product or that character and you follow them and support them, it blows my mind. And that's one of the reasons I do this fucking show, because there are so many great talents out there that deserve an opportunity to be heard, to be seen. And we need to fucking talk about it, you know? We need to get them wet.
For sure. Yeah. I don't even consider like MLW, AEW, Black Label Pro, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, Warrior Wrestling, independents almost, like Impact. They're like a brand now. And they got stars. They have stars that, you know, some of them might have do the WWE or Impact, but they made a name for that.
Yeah,
you know,
I love what you're saying right there, because they've made their names based on not the promotion. I mean, yeah, the promotion might have helped as far as the creativity, as the writing, the feuds, whatever.
Right.
But these guys are so fucking talented that like they were out there doing the work. The story to me, and I think 90% of real diehard wrestling fans in the biz nowadays it's in the fucking ring, as it should be.
Yep.
That's why I'm glad, like AEW, they want to present it as a more sports-centric fucking product.
Thank you.
Make things fucking matter. Yes. Because it should be. We all know what wrestling is, but at the end of the fucking day, it is a sport. It's a fucking sport, man.
Right.
Like, go out there, get your fucking fat ass off the couch, quit eating the potato chips, fucking snack it all, potato chips, guys, yeah! And fucking get out there and do some of the shit that these guys do that you might be fucking sitting there judging and knocking. You ain't gonna fucking do it.
Exactly.
You can't do it. And I guarantee you, half of those guys that you're judging are gonna come to your house and kick your fucking ass if they had the opportunity. You know? That's what I like, dude. As I'm marking out just for everybody in wrestling, because
me too.
It's a form of entertainment. You don't sit there and judge like when you're watching a movie, like, oh my god, this guy's not really Spider-Man. You know, suck my dick. Fuck that, dude. Yeah. There is no better form of entertainment, in my opinion, man.
No. And you don't need the machine anymore to make
you
stuff.
Don't. That's
you don't need the machine behind.
Bodie, that's the greatest fucking thing about this nowadays. You don't need the E, man. You don't need it.
Nope. No, you don't need it. And you know what? That's because of how many WWE marks there. And I mark out to everything like that's me.
Hey, I marked out for NXT Saturday. I ain't gonna lie. NXT's the best shit.
And that's fucking answer AEW right there.
And exactly. And here's another shout out to Jeremy. We were talking on the phone a couple days ago, and it's like, everybody wants to put the WWE versus AEW when it really should be NXT versus AEW, because that's what it's going to be. And watching the show they put on with TakeOver is, man, dude, Matt Riddle and all them dudes, Velveteen Dream, fucking killed
that ladder match was insane. That ladder match
the Street Profits match?
That was one of the best. And I feel so good for the Street Profits to get that. And the crowd legitimately nuts for them. And that ending couldn't have been any better.
Yeah, I also loved how they had what was it, the very first match they had lighting problems or something, remember? Because I loved it because it's WWE produced and people want to shit on camera angles or whatever for any other promotion. Right. And it's like, hey, these are the guys. Everybody, we're all human. You can make mistakes. You fucking trolls. Get off the deck. So yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to get on that rant, man. You made me get Juice Profit on you.
You had to.
Yeah. MLW though. I want to get back to one more thing I want to touch on. Alex Hammerstone.
Oh yes. I was going to talk about that. They came out and the Fury Road. The first match was Gringo Loco. He took on. I posted it in the press. I can't remember his name now.
Gringo Loco was there.
Yeah, and he went over and he had a great match. That was a great match. But then the other match was the brand new unveiled national open weight championship. So I like.
What does that mean? Open weight? Open to all weights?
It's open to any weight class.
Like I like that. Like a super small, skinny person, also like a big fat person.
So it's not like a cruiserweight where you got to be like 205 or whatever WWE is calling it, Okay.
Yeah. So they had a tournament, and I guess the semi was Gringo Loco and Hammerstone won, and then it was Pillman versus Rich. Pillman won, so the finals was Hammerstone.
Who did Pillman fight?
Rich Swann.
Rich Swann, really?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. At current reigning defending X Division champion, dude, for Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
He's
he
fucking
went over
awesome,
on Rich
dude.
Swann to make it to the finals.
Nice. Brian, I love your fucking blonde mullet.
Oh, God. He had it there, man, and that was one of the best matches of the night, too. Like, they both, and Hammerstone, the Destiny, so MJF was there too.
Yeah, MJF's
was
one of
doing
the
his
best
thing.
heels in the biz right now, in my opinion.
Yes, he's one of the best talkers right now. He
Yeah.
me at AEW. And
Watch out, Brett!
Did you guys see?
Yeah.
Did
Watch
you guys?
out, Brett, there's a fan.
Did you guys see online when the Young Bucks were supposed to do a Q&A before the event last week, before the AEW Double or Nothing thing? And so did you see that?
No, no.
So they do a little mini prank to the audience, like they weren't going to come out. And then so they're doing the Q&A. I don't know for how long, I don't know, but there's a guy in the front row that's like, we want more MJF! More MJF! And this dude with like super crazy wig and mustache, and
it was MJF.
It was MJF. So they kicked him out of the thing, and
I love that shit.
Yeah, it was really
good.
good.
Hey, comedy. I love it. So yeah, shout out to Alex Hammerstone, man, the fucking champ. He
yeah.
Go ahead.
What's that? Oh, I was just gonna say it was a great match. Like Hammerstone brought it, Pillman brought it. They had the crowd hook, line, and sinker with that match, and I wanted to see Pillman go over, but I think Hammerstone.
I've only seen him. I've seen him wrestle like 4 or 5 times. I've only seen him go over once. And that was against Robert Anthony.
Ego.
Yeah. I told him that too. I was like, hey man, I get it. Whatever, you're paying your dues, or however you want to interpret that as an internet fucking troll or whatever. But yeah, fuck it, man. I love Brian Pillman, dude. And Hammerstone's good too. I like him.
I have a very important question
awesome.
I have a very important question about Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah.
And usually when I do this, it is with the pure intention of derailing your conversation. Hey, what's that mullet like in real life?
Well,
is it bright?
Oh yeah, because we haven't we've seen the original mullet. We haven't seen the AEW mullet.
It's Ricky Morton.
Yeah, he does look like Ricky Morton. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is when you see him live.
Rock
That's
Roll
exactly
Express.
what you think. Like, yeah, when I walked down those steps and saw him to the left, I'm like, holy shit, it's Ricky Morton.
Nice.
Oh man, it is.
He's
bright.
tweeted about that too.
Bleached. Yeah, he did, and it's funny because that's what we were all thinking.
Very nice.
Man, but it was, he's great in the ring. He's going to be, he's going to be huge. If not already, he's already to me, he's one of the best ring workers right now.
Yeah, and for only
he's got a lot of legs on him.
Man, for 2 fucking years in the business, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
I was just I actually own it on DVD, but a lot of my DVDs are in boxes still. But I was on the network watching Loose Cannon, the Brian Pillman story, just out of hey, I'm watching his son now, and to actually be able to interact and have these moments like I have had with Brian, and I'm super grateful, and I've let him know too, like personal moments with him, like it's fucking great. Like this is. Hey, man, your father was a legend. He's a future legend.
Yep.
He keeps on this fucking path, dude. He's going to destroy. And he's got that name. Yeah, he's second generation. Much respect to this guy. Super cool to hang out with. Like, very accessible dude, as long as you're not a fucking douchebag, Much respect to Brian Pillman. He's one of the boys of the JP Dub, whatever. Another thing, no, it's all good. It's all good. Another thing I want to bring up real quick. We had over the weekend was Black Label Pro. There's something about Barry event, which man, dude, people were fucking tweeting about this show. God damn, it was a fucking insane show.
Great.
I don't have enough time to go into it, but what I will tell you is if you go to Independent Wrestling TV and use the code Black Label, you will get a fucking free trial to where you could watch this event.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you can watch it. And you won't even have to pay for it because, you're using that code Black Label. There was so much dude, Bodi, let me tell you this. As a fucking fellow metal guy, they had a match go on where it was like Iron Maiden played throughout the whole fucking match. And then I guess there were guys fucking got technical fouls like in basketball and shit. There were some really crazy. You heard about this?
I
Nate
heard
Webb,
about that.
Jake Parnell.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that said something like, just saw a match that Iron Maiden played basketball, was pinned something or other. I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And this one, Jordan Grace fought for the BLP title.
Nice.
Yeah, against Kobe Durst. Another great match. This, from what I heard, this was the best one of the best events they've ever put on.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked to watch it.
Awesome.
I was talking to Jeremy earlier. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
I'm going to hit
Did
it
you
up
say
tomorrow.
super soaked?
Yeah, I was super wet.
Yep.
Really wet, real sticky, real shifty.
No.
But yeah, independentwrestling.tv. You guys could check it out. Use the promo code Black Label. Mikey, shout out to you. And here's another thing. They got a new logo. I fucking love it, dude. I tweeted about it. I was like,
I like it.
Big City Nights. And I was like, Big City, Big Titty guys. Oh. Yeah, dude. No, I got really pumped about it. I liked it. I liked the logo. It's super fucking cool. Mikey puts on some great shit. And in late July, I believe it's the 27th. If I'm wrong, Mikey will let me know. But they got the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat seminar going on, and they just announced Tennille Dashwood is going to be a part of that as well, because they put on this. Yeah, awesome. Dude, aka WWE's Emma. That's going to be a killer. Fucking, it's what is it? I'm fucking it up. I can't think because
End of July.
Andre the Giant gave me a bunch of wine from the French Alps, and it was real tasty, man. So now I'm all Yeah, but check them out. You can find everything out at blpwrestling.com. You can follow Black Label Pro on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But yeah, shout out to everybody there. They killed it over the weekend, man. They had a really good turnout. Awesome. Black Label, Bodi, you got to come out sometime for a Black Label show with me, man. I
want to check a BLP show.
Dude, they're fucking awesome. It's super entertaining. It's a great time. Cold beer and pizza. You ain't got to worry about, hey, what am I going to get? Some licorice rope? No. Yeah, low blows. They always win. Yeah, and the venue, the RDS Gym in Crown Point, is super cool, man. It like I went there for the BLP Unplugged, and it was a really fucking awesome experience, dude. Like it. Yeah. I don't even know how to put it into words. It was like this very homey, like you're in a clique. Like this is some super special type deal, like, and you feel like you're a part of it, dude. And everybody there, and from what I've heard of the BLP Something About Barry, every single match was a fucking must see. Like everybody killed it. Nice. So everybody, please go check that shit out. IndependentWrestling.tv. Like I said, one more time, promo code Black Label, and you can fucking, I think it's free 20 days. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. It's fucking El Pollo Loco. Crazy chicken.
Fuck out.
Back out! He kicked out! He kicked out! He kicked out! How do you learn how to fall from 20-foot ladder?
What episode is this?
Way, can I just
61.
say how great Mauro Ranallo is?
What's that?
How great Mauro Ranallo is.
Oh my God. I'm glad you brought that up.
Line of the year. Oh my God. They killed Kyle.
Yeah, dude. And I love Mauro because he does boxing, he does mixed martial arts. Yeah. And I even tweeted about this while watching NXT, because Mauro is a guy, as a commentator, who is a guy, much like in the 80s when you invested in, like, you had Bobby the Brain and Gorilla Monsoon or Jesse the Body. Those were the guys that really got you like, holy shit, they're, whether you believed it at the time or knew it at the time, they were roping you in to the product, even as much, if not more, than what they were doing in the ring. And Mauro fucking does that because, dude, he gets so pumped, and he just,
I know,
he fucking brings you in.
He runs out of breath.
And here's what I did. When I watch NXT TakeOver, excuse me, I got a burp. It's coming up. This anti-hero and this wine that Andre the Giant gave me, it's fucking with me,
It is only one battle, pussy.
Well,
You come back
Andre,
to-
what do you expect me to do? I'm not as big as you. I can't handle fucking a case.
Excuses. I don't complain. You should not complain either.
That's all right. I'll just chug a little bit more of this IPA, and
I'm gonna go get another bottle. See you later.
Yeah, later on, Andre.
There you go.
But when I get back to the Mauro Ranallo, I tweeted out because this Mauro reminds me of a modern day combination of Joey Styles and Jim Ross, and I don't think you could really explain that any more fucking or comparatively contrast that any more perfect than what I just said. Not to toot my own horn, but I'll fucking do it. It sounds like Blue's Clues. What the fuck? Hey, Steve, how you doing? I heard you lost all your hair, buddy. Because he gives you the, like Jim Ross. He will explain the moves and do all this shit, but he's got like, and even though Jim Ross had that too, and Joey Styles, both the overexcitement, the Mamma Mia suicide pacha, and he's losing his shit to the point where I'm gonna lose my shit because I fucking love it and I'm invested.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
suicide dive off the ladder.
Yeah, dude, it fucking goddamn it, fucking microphone.
Breath. That was great.
Come here. I know you can't see it right now, buddy, but I'm fucking wrestling this microphone. Put me in a fucking fit. You know.
What did that microphone do to you?
You know what? It wasn't what it did to me. It's what Mauro Ranallo did to me. And he got me fucking super
Mauro Ranallo
psyched.
gets jacked.
Dude, he's great. He is super great. And kudos to him because he's another
He's
guy.
great with Nigel, too.
Yeah, Nigel's really good. But what I like to kind of touch on just very briefly is Mauro's a guy. He's another guy that battles like depression and that shit. You know, like and he's overcome. He's able to do what he does. You know, he has his mental drawbacks, I guess you could say. I don't know what the PC way of fucking saying that is, but
no, that'd be it.
Man, dude, I really don't even see that because the way he delivered and the passion that he delivers in his commentary, albeit fucking boxing or MMA or NXT, is just, it's off the wall, dude. Like Sreten, I'm not making this shit up. Like, you listen to this guy. He's the modern day Jim Ross meets Joey Styles. You know, it's not like, by God, or, oh my God, it's Mamma Mia. You know, that's what it's about now. And it's so good that when shit happens in the crowd who are like, of course it's WWE. Yeah, it's like 20,000 plus, you know, like Mamma Mia. Yeah, I fucking love that shit, you know?
Yeah,
so shout out to him.
They were chanting Yowie Wowie, dude. I was losing
it. Right. Who knows what's going to happen on Raw on Monday night, you know?
Right.
We're recording right now. This is dropping on Wednesday.
Did you fall down?
Did you fall down the crinkles?
I did.
Were you opening up with Three Musketeers?
Did you just fall into a pile of Pringles?
Yeah.
I did last night.
Into a pile of Pringles.
They were cheddar.
Yowie wowie.
Yowie wowie. What do you think about that? Real quick. The Yowie wowie thing, the Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's a good reintroduction of him after the molestation.
Yeah, exactly. I hope they don't screw this up. I really don't.
Well,
I don't.
Wishful thinking.
WWE. I have faith in Bray Wyatt. But no, I love what he's doing with he's still the same dark person. He's trying to hide it a little bit, but I love the let me in. The let me in part is creepy, and his mask is creepy. I hope they go with that. What they should.
I do, and who designed his mask? Don't you?
Yeah, I heard it. Is what's his name from who did the Dawn of the Dead stuff, right?
Tom Savini.
Tom Savini, thank you.
Yeah. What's his name? Get the fuck out of my life.
Dude, I couldn't remember, man.
Hey, give me a whoa yeah real quick to make up for it.
Whoa yeah. Whoa yeah.
Yeah, the fucking horror legend Tom Savini, who's worked on Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Friday the 13th. I couldn't remember his name. Fucking name it. I love Tom Savini, man. But here's the thing. that's great that Tom made it. There's credibility in that. I do like the story. I like everything about what's going on. I do not like the way it looks because when he first donned the mask, I was like, holy shit, he's the new member of Slipknot. You know? Oh, my maggots! I can't fucking do it. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, Joe. If a musically meditator, you're fucking out there listening, which you're probably not. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. You know, I'm over it.
I had a conversation about somebody. Well, actually, we talked about Slipknot a few months ago on Musically Meditated, and I thought to myself, why didn't I get into them? Because I was really into Korn back in the day, and then
they were different. They were like the death metal Korn.
But I revisited. I listened again, and I was like, I like this shit.
Yeah.
I don't really like Korn anymore.
No,
I revisited the old shit that I liked, and it wasn't the same.
The first Slipknot and like some of their unreleased tracks, like Eeyore or whatever it was. It's pretty decent
but
for its time. Yeah, I remember when it came out.
Its time, Iowa was heavy.
Yeah, but Iowa was like too much noise for me. That's when it was like it was still okay, but it was like, ugh.
But I'm not into this mask stuff and all the other weird shit. Like, I don't like knowing anything about the band because they seem like a clan of douchebags.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So that's all. Sorry.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. He's interpreted Annie Lennox's character all of a sudden. Moving on. We gotta go with it. Hey, but one band that we can get you into. Yeah. We've been talking a lot about the release of my homies in Dirty Dead. And Bodi, you know Brad Van Versey. Have you checked that album out yet?
I haven't checked out the whole album. I got a couple tracks I've heard, and it is sick. Every time Brad plays on anything, it's always badass.
Yeah, dude. And
like
I mean,
like
the motherfucker, he's a fucking beast. And he's going in the studio in July to do Pink Machines, which is just him. Drums, vocals, guitars, bass. It's gonna. And here's the thing: he combines shit that people. It's like oil and water, actually mixing. Like it's like punk, rock and roll, like. Heavy metal, all this shit mixing that like shouldn't really mix, you know, like, and he does it great. And you know, throw some grind in there too, and he like the guy's a fucking beast. He's a machine. I'm fortunate enough to been able to play music with him for the past fucking I don't know how many fucking years, over a decade by now for sure. But new Dirty Dead, which you guys can go check out on nothingbutaNightmare.com. Nothing But a Nightmare Records is the label that's been released. Here's the thing. I should have got my fucking record by now. They sent it out, but United States Postal Service, which is right across the street from us.
Right across the street.
Yeah, they didn't fucking deliver it today.
They're listening to
Stone, shout out to Darren Stone. He's like, he's flossing all the fucking, I got all these vinyl, because he ordered like 4 or 5 vinyl and a bunch of CD and shirts. Like, you piece of shit. But I did shout out to my boy Danny Nelson from Malignancy. I did order some.
Danny's my boy, dude.
Yeah. Danny's the fucking shit, dude. You know, Malignancy's been in the game for a long time, dude.
Yeah, I've been buddies with him forever since I got into the game. So
yeah.
You too, you know.
Yeah. I way back when I did some what would you call it? I guess some merchandise work for them when I used to do etching in the glass and shit. I did some shot glasses for those guys. Not even that, but back in like 98, 99, 97, when I first got like acquainted with Malignancy and everything they were doing, they just released the 20th anniversary of their album that came out in 99. And I hope I'm going to say this. There you go. I'm glad you did, because the fucking Andres Wyans hit me.
Say that again.
Intrauterine cannibalism.
Yes. Now, what people may or may not realize about that is it's something that exists in sharks. And this is the one thing that got me with Malignancy is Motivated by Hunger. You know, that was a very Motivated by Sharks album. And I know Danny's a big fan of the Great Whites. Dude, and this is no joke. Real quick sidetrack story. Me and my buddy Mike Simmons, shout out to him, used to go out on boats in Lake George with a fucking CD player cranking Motivated by Hunger.
Nice.
It's just riding on the fucking, on the current, fucking smoking doobs and doing whatever to that album. I've always been a huge Malignancy fan for the technicality. It's like
oh my god, yeah,
it's bar none, dude. They're like one of the best, dude. And Danny's vocals, everything. That album is a classic. It's hard to believe that it's been 20 years. But shout out to Danny. I ordered. They got some new shorts, some champion shorts too. So Brian, this is something Brian Pillman Jr. would really appreciate. He's a champion guy. He sports it. I like it.
Right.
It's fucking old school. I got some killer fucking shorts from Danny and the boys, and he sends me some stickers. And here's the thing. I've been getting shit. Like I said, I've done business with Danny. I've ordered shit. Anytime they come out with anything fucking awesome, I'm buying it, you know. Malignancy, I'm a huge fucking fan of these guys from Yonkers, New York.
Yonkers.
Yeah, right. You got it.
Yonkers.
Yeah. I'm buying it if it comes out, right? I seen the champion fucking basketball shorts, and I'm like, we're there, dude. And I fucking bought them, you know? But Danny's so cool. I love this motherfucker because he always goes out of his way. Anytime I order something, I always get fucking extra, dude. Whether it's, you know, he's sending me fucking stickers or CDs, whether it's his band or other bands, he's always hooking it up, dude. And he fucking, I got my shorts.
Never let me buy a shirt either.
Yeah, dude, it's super fucking cool, man. There's nobody out there like that. Anytime I order shit, I mean, dude, that's my bro, man. Like he fucking Danny is the fucking shit. He sends me a copy. They just re-recorded in. Say it one more time. I can't say it because I'm drunk.
Intriguing cannibalism.
Yeah. Sorry about that. He sends me the re-release because they re-recorded it for the 20th anniversary. And I was so super like, oh my God, this is the shit. You know, I was just texting him, asking him like, hey man, like when are you guys going to do a vinyl or like a digital release of this shit? Because like I want to pick it up right now. But, you know, CD is kind of a dying format. Not that I don't have access to it because I'll just throw on my laptop and put it in my iTunes. But I don't necessarily want to get a CD if I don't have to. But I'm so super pumped that he fucking sent that shit out to me with, you know, some stickers in my shorts. So shout out to fucking Danny and Malignancy, man. Those guys fucking kill it. If you guys out there listening in the technical, brutal, deep fucking death metal, then that's what you need to listen to. It's fucking Malignancy, dude.
Exactly.
But getting back to Dirty Dead, though, I'm going to debut a track. Maybe, I guess radio-wise, it's a debut, I guess you can call it. They've had a single or two. They had the Green River Romance and what was the other? Blah, blah, blah. I can't think right now.
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Whatever. Brad Neal, two of my boys. I remember back in the days, in the early incarnations of Dirty Dead, when they were around Northwest Indiana and Decrypt was still going strong, we were fucking rocking shows and doing double takes when it was like us and then Dirty Dead would play live and they would fucking kill it. You know, shout out to like Steve Barrick, Mike Bailey, Neil Berkdahl, Brad Vanderzee, all them guys back in the day. Those were times that you could never replace, man. They were so fucking awesome, so great. Now Dirty Dead in studio is just Brad and Neil. But, man, this fucking new record is killer. I'm telling you guys, like, if you're out there looking for horror punk in the vein of Misfits, like Crimson Ghosts, but it's got a little bit more of a grindy death feel because it comes from those types of musicians. The harmonies on this fucking album, Brad knocks out of the fucking park vocally. Like, that's why I can't wait for this Pink Machine shit because it's going to be all over the place. He's going to be doing that shit, and then he's going to be doing, like, grind and death, and it's like it's everything my ADD brain wants to fucking hear. Like it's so super awesome. Go buy their fucking album, nothingbutaNightmare.com. But we're gonna debut a track that I don't believe has been played anywhere else unless you've bought the album. It's gonna be called Blood Buffet, and this album actually has the correlation with a 80s horror flick that me and Brad are super huge fans of, which is Blood Diner. You ever seen that one, Bodi?
I have not. No.
You haven't seen Blood Diner? Oh man, you don't worship Shitar?
I feel like I missed out.
Oh man, it's a great movie about human sacrifice and luring unsuspecting victims into a restaurant to carve them up so you can make them into food to serve other people, and at the same time,
I'm sold.
Yeah. It's really great. If I had more time, I would indulge you more. But
Right.
Blood Diner, if you guys are out there that are horror fans, go check it out on Amazon. I don't know if it's not a Shudder. It's not a Shudder that I know of. I like to promote Shudder as much as I can because I do believe in it. I think it's great because I have a huge fucking vast horror collection. I own like a few hundred DVDs, and 99.9% of them are fucking horror movies. You know, it's either that, and then the rest of it, that percentile is either wrestling docs or fucking music docs.
Pornography.
No, I
Porno.
got. Why do I need that? I got Pornhub.com. I don't need that. I get 2 minutes alone. 2 minutes alone. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, with my Asian grandmother.
That's a long time.
That's the kind of weird shit that people are into. Not me. I like that boing. But check this shit out. We're gonna debut this track for you guys. Thanks to this track's called Blood Buffet. It's fucking man. It's so super like Misfits on steroids. I cannot stress it enough for you guys out there listening. The vocals, man, are super haunting. It's like a ghost singing, especially when it gets to the fucking chorus, dude. And at the end, the list of ingredients, what they need for the Blood Buffet. Straight up, if you're fans of the movie Blood Diner, fucking check it out. You can't miss it. Bodi, I'd like to thank you for coming on. Where can people find you at?
Oh, of course, man. You can hit me up. I'm on Twitter. J Bodi. I'm going to actually change my Twitter handle to Bruiser
Need
Bodi.
to.
Hopefully that's not taken. Yeah. But right now it's J Bodi, SXAX underscore 3M. I'm on Facebook. You can check out my band, Sexual Atrocities, the official Sexual Atrocities on Facebook. Bandcamp too. Mass Murder Messiah. You can check my other band there. So you can see me on there. And then I'm also on Instagram too, just J Bodi. But like I said, soon I'm changing everything to Bruiser Bodi because I love it.
You love it. And that's great. There's going to be a lot of shit that even you don't know about coming your way as it pertains to the Juice Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
And Andre the Giant, feed me the sweet nectar of life.
I hope so.
And that motherfucker, if he ever come back here again, I'll kick his ass. I don't give a fuck. Oh,
Ooh.
shit!
What did you say? He fell out of his chair. I didn't do shit. Hey, Bodi, you hear me?
Mia.
Hey, écoutez.
Mamma mia.
We will come up there for you. We know where Milwaukee is. We are coming. Prepare.
Andre, don't hurt him.
Prepare all parts of your body. We are coming, Bodi.
And prepare.
Oh.
While you're at it, Andre. Oh, my God, please leave me alone. I've had enough.
I don't know how you fell down.
While you're at it, prepare your sweet asses for some Dirty Dead and check out Blood Buffet. And also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Juice Pro Wrestling. On Twitter at JP Dub Podcast. Oh, God, he's a giant. He scares me. He fed me all this alcohol. Then he wants to beat me. Ah! Hey, check out this new Dirty Dead track, Blood Buffet. And until next time, wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up. Get me wet.
Free from line, we feast the night beside my blood buffet. Lonely road where blessings go. You gonna do sex to me?